So it is what it is, man.
But yeah, interesting week, interesting quotes from coaches and stuff. Another interesting quote I wanted to bring up, Steve Nash. No, I'm good on that. You heard what Steve Nash said about reflecting on his career. He feels like he really wishes he would have shot about 20 times a game instead of the average of like I think 11 or 12 that he did for his career.
Because he's seeing Golden State now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the consultant over there.
And Houston. That's what the two.
But I'm more saying he's the consultant there, so he's like really seeing the inner workings of why they, the whole game plan and strategy. He's there in the not all the meetings, but any meetings he cares to attend. I'm sure. You know what I mean.
My petty ass is gonna take that back to the point of what I was arguing a while back on the episode a long time ago. Come petty motherfucker. This should more so solidify why he is a better point guard than Magic Johnson.
These motherfuckers were like. Oh, because people will be like, oh, well, he never averaged 20 points?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. I really hate... I feel like people put so much disrespect on Nash now because of stats, and it's just so ignorant where it's like, don't people... Like, at the time, which was... We're talking 12, 13 years ago, which really isn't that long. And if we're talking about him being in his prime, we're only talking like 10 years ago, really. Yeah. It's not really that long ago to go back. And everyone knew at the time... Steve Nash was not a statistical player. Everyone realized he played far outside of the stat sheets. You know what I mean? Like, for example, are any of Draymond Green's numbers, like, astounding?
Yeah, his triple-doubles and his ability to, like, average
triple-doubles.
Well, I mean, Steve Nash's
numbers in all three of those categories.
I feel you, but Steve Nash's numbers were astounding and shit like that. But it's like, does Draymond average 20 points a game?
No.
Does he average 10 assists a game?
No.
Exactly, so it's like you can't...
I don't think he gets double digits in anything.
Exactly, but it would be crazy if in 10 years people look back being like, why was Draymond Green an all-star? He didn't even average...
Well, it's like I was reading a feed the other day where someone was questioning...
people realize
they were questioning
Joakim
Joakim Noah being a fourth in MVP voting that one year where he was having triple-doubles and going off.
Yeah, his defense was crazy.
His average was like 13 points, like 4 assists. 4 assists for a center.
Everybody knew. Yeah. Like, what did they all say about Steve Nash? He made everyone around him better. That's not going to show up on your motherfucking stat sheet.
Here's the thing, though, and this is one thing that I can understand an argument against it, even though, again, we all know personal affection for Steve Nash. The article talked about interviewing Don Nelson, who was his first coach in Dallas. He literally, like, by the third year... He told Nash he would fine him if he didn't shoot at least 10 times a game because he got tired of losing games because Nash was too hesitant to shoot. He always wanted to create and pass and like look for a better play. Mm-hmm. And then D'Antoni even said
that's what made him so good, that mentality.
He wished that he would have made Nash shoot more because he felt like they would have been even better. Yeah. So like I do kind of hold that against him in the sense that if he wouldn't have been so hesitant or if he wouldn't have been so unselfish in a sense that his teams would have been better. They would have won more games, especially in Dallas.
Yeah. That's a good point.
So, I don't know. I see both sides.
The game was very different then. I mean, that's interesting to hear how his coaches were. The game overall was extremely different back then. We're talking about when he was in Dallas? We're talking about 2003.
That was 2001, too. It was like 2001, 2002. I'm Kobe and Shaq in him, too.
He left by...
Yeah, but 10 attempts per game is not a lot to ask. He had to be bribed by fines.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's interesting that even his coaches are so hard. But yeah, at the same time, I think when he just has that type of mentality where he's always looking for the better play, that's what made him... I'm not talking about his play style, but it's literally that the way he looked at the game was that he was always looking for something better. That's why his playmaking was so crazy that it was naturally in him not to shoot as much.
But can something be like a skill and a talent at the same time an Achilles heel?
Yeah.
Like Kobe's selfishness, not willingness not to pass?
Oh, yeah, definitely. You know what I mean?
Same thing.
That actually benefited the fuck out of him, though.
And
sometimes it did hurt him.
Sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it definitely helped him a lot more.
That's what I'm saying.
That success.
I think it helped Nash a lot also, just overall. You know what I mean? It deprived him in that area. But like, you know what I'm saying? My average like 20 points in the playoffs and shit like that.
My argument is not playoff, is not statistical. My argument is a better point guard, Magic Johnson or Steve Nash. Steve Nash is a better, he can shoot better. He
can't rebound better.
But
he didn't play better defense.
He is a better overall point guard.
Defense was underrated though because they don't keep track of Charges taken, and he used to take a grip of charges.
And listen, we forget Magic was on great teams with Pat Riley, one of the greatest coaches of all time. You say what you want, D'Antoni is not on Pat Riley's
He played
level.
center his rookie year in the
He
finals.
did because he's fucking 6'10".
He's like, I think he's like 6'9" or 6'8" maybe. That,
In
center?
1984, nigga,
People
yes.
are already 7 foot.
They
6'11"
okay,
by
but
then.
he can get away with it. Ben Wallace got away with
right,
it.
but Steve Nash couldn't.
I mean, because he's a point guard, my nigga.
Yeah, we're not
So
really
is Magic Johnson, though.
we're not discrediting what
Is
he
point
did.
guard
We
a
just
body
saying-
style or a playing style?
Where he had his rebounds, Steve Nash had IQ.
Magic Johnson didn't have
Magic
IQ?
had crazy IQ.
He had
also.
IQ, but
What do you mean?
I don't think it's better than Nash's.
He didn't.
I don't think his IQ is better than
I don't know.
Nash's.
I don't
It's
know
hard
how
to really
you-
point to anyone and say it's better than Nash's, honestly.
I just think Nash may have one of the top
I mean,
IQs
Magic
outside of
was-
LeBron
Yo,
James
but
and,
listen,
and Michael
I
Jordan.
mean, Magic was super flashy and shit, but it's like you look up.
Magic won games that like mattered. I
Bruh,
know.
look at
I
the
know Nash
teams.
put up numbers,
Look at the teams.
but it was literally Magic
AC
leading it.
Green, James Worthy.
I understand.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I'm not saying he won all the games, but I'm saying there was games where he
Did
really
take over,
took
and Nash also took over
Yeah,
games.
absolutely.
Look at playoff games
Like,
where he averaged 26.
Right,
Yeah, he
but
put
what
up-
games did they win that advanced them to the next
Listen,
round?
you're talking about the
Yeah,
Showtime Lakers
very
and the
apples
Phoenix
oranges.
Suns.
That's like you can't really.
The
yeah,
Showtime Lakers, Phoenix Suns.
I
You
mean,
have
they were
one
both
great
like
player.
pretty much the best teams in the league that year.
One great player.
No.
How many
You gotta-
Hall of Famers on the
Do
Lakers?
you
How many
know-
Hall of Famers are going to be from the Suns
Also,
team?
that's the second year when Amari wasn't
Probably
there.
one or two.
And how many from Showtime Lakers?
What is that? Two? I don't know. Is AC Green a Hall of Famer?
Okay, take the 2006 Phoenix Suns team, the one that Amari Stoudemire was injured on.
Yeah.
So you have Steve Nash, you have Sean Marion. We all know, much respect to that man. Then you got after that, you have Raja Bell, Kurt Thomas, Boris Diaw, Leandro Barbosa, like Eddie House. I mean, you got role players like these motherfuckers, and they performed at the highest levels of their career.
James Worthy
with
was
Nash
better than
there.
Michael
But it's like you
Jordan
could
in
not-
college.
But it's like you cannot
Yeah.
compare. You cannot compare the teams with Abdul-Jabbar and James Worthy and all these people to a team with Sean
For
Marion,
sure.
Raja Bell, and like Sean Marion, he was the only other All-Star on the team.
And
They
then-
had one other All-Star, and then Magic was playing with 3 other Hall of Famers, not even just All-Stars.
And then who else?
MVPs even. Jabbar was a multiple-time MVP.
Here's the thing, though. You saw literally Magic do that stuff in like USA basketball too, like in practices. He was doing it against the best, or in All-Star
We're not-
games when
we're
they
not
actually
questioning
played.
Magic.
Like
I would say it's very,
against
very
the best
close.
competition, he still showed up. Steve Nash, like, he never won an All-Star MVP.
Didn't he play for
never,
Canada?
like, what did he do in
Are you talking about
other
All-Star or
things?
national?
He's talking about USA.
Talking
He's
like
talking about
individual like performance.
I don't know. He
you
definitely. I mean, it's all fucked up now because the skills of competition has been changed like half a dozen times. But I mean, he set the skills record like handily in the
Yeah.
fucking skills challenge. He was killing that shit. He won that shit at least twice. I'm pretty sure.
My thing is,
I don't know why he was never in the 3-point shootout. Honestly, he should have been. He probably would have murked at that shit. They usually had someone else from the Suns in it.
point guards is Steve Nash. That's just how I gotta go with it, man. I gotta go with overall vision, shooting, awareness, IQ,
The shooting compared to Magic
free
ain't even
throws,
Oh yeah, it's not close.
defense.
That's a big part of the game.
It's
Even ball handling.
ball handling. I don't know I don't know. That's a toss up.
I don't know. I
That's a
feel like we need to
toss-up.
watch,
Magic
we need to
really
watch
dribbling.
some Magic film again. Guys.
Yeah, I don't really see Magic like dribbling circles around motherfuckers in the paint though and shit like that.
Magic
I mean,
had
he's too
handles.
big
So
to-
slow down.
I'm not saying
Magic
that.
had handles.
LeBron has
Slow
handles.
down.
LeBron has
Oh,
handles.
there's
He-
some
no.
old heads. Do you remember what happened to
No.
your show a few weeks ago? There's some old heads that's about to repeat that. You better watch it. You better watch it. I'm just warning you because I'm a young cat and I feel like you're disrespecting
Magic had handles.
Yeah,
Slow down.
No,
Who
due
are you
respect.
Who's saying he didn't have handles? I'm saying Nash is one of the best ball handlers ever though.
He is.
For sure.
Yeah, he's up there with the AIs and shit. To say somebody
Magic
ain't
might
got
be
handles
up there
with
too, though.
Yeah.
word? Okay.
He was
I mean,
I mean, they literally like Magic was a nickname for a reason. Like it wasn't just like
we're talking like
he
dribbling.
chose
We're
Magic.
talking like dribbling.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Dribbling and passing. I think both of them. Like I
He's
don't
a
know.
slasher.
I don't know who
Yeah,
you
well,
say
I would-
who's better than what.
I would consider passing like ball
Yeah,
handling. I was just talking like floor dribbling and shit like
He's a
that.
slasher,
control
so
the
I
ball,
give that.
control the
You know
ball.
what I'm
You know,
saying?
yeah.
So, in regards to ball handling, I may slightly give him the edge for that. But if we talking about just everything else that I mentioned there, defense, I could arguably get at the Nash. Outside of you being 6'10" and getting blocks, Nash could get mad steals,
Yeah.
mad charges.
You know what's crazy too? They showed Nash's percentages from like each of the different depths of shot, and like literally pretty much everything from 0 feet all the way to whatever's right in front of the 3-point line. I think it's like what 18 or 20.
Yeah,
is
20.
all between like 42 and 47%, and then even his 3 points like 42 or 41. Or
Motherfucker
something.
with
One of the greatest
shot
shooters
was
ever.
ridiculous. The right angle. You remember the fucking video he had? It's just Steve Nash. Learn how to shoot like Steve Nash, the 90% angle and shit.
Hey,
That, no, that's what I'm saying. That nigga had that shit on film now. That nigga knew he could sell with that for, man. But I want to say that it's not something that I'm not calling Magic ass by any means. I
Yeah,
honestly,
so
I
I'm
can't
saying it's
name another
close.
nigga I'm saying better than Magic outside of Steve Nash. I really don't see another nigga. John Stockton, definitely not. Isaiah Thomas, no, not quite. Not quite. You're grimy and I love it, but no. Point guard. Give me a point guard.
all-time point guard,
Yeah.
Oscar.
Yeah.
Big O.
Yeah, Oscar got you, Magic. That's about it, though.
So that's the five. It's like Nash, Stockton, Robertson.
Who was Pete? Was
Sure,
Pistol
sure.
a 2
Yeah,
or
he-
3?
he was
Or
a
Nah,
two.
he
one?
was a 2.
Okay,
Two.
cool.
I feel like
Yeah.
we're disrespecting somebody. I don't know.
I
Disrespecting
think so.
them, I'm saying better. They're not better than
You
Magic.
got like,
forgetting
you got like
somebody.
AI and Jason Kidd and stuff like that.
AI,
And they're not
nah,
quite there
AI is
with
a
them.
swing. I get it. He's always a swing.
Yeah, and Jason Kidd's not quite there with them, I don't think.
Oh,
I know
hell
he's got
no.
the crazy triple doubles and shit, but
Yeah.
Jason, I'm taking Steve Nash over Jason Kidd.
Speaking
Absolutely.
of Jason Kidd, you see what Gary Payton said?
What do you say?
I think I sent you the article that
I ain't see
Jason
it.
Kidd was LeBron before LeBron. As far as having the
The
hype
fuck does that
coming
mean?
out of high school, going into college, and then coming into the league and actually living up to the hype. Like he was that guy before all the
Wait,
charges
did Jason-
and before he started playing bad and stuff.
Did Jason Kidd not go to college? What do you mean? I mean, a
No,
lot
I
of
think he
people-
did go to college.
A lot
I'm
of
just
people
saying,
came out with hype.
as far
What
as
the fuck does that mean?
as far as the hype around him and living up to
There was
it.
hype around fucking Magic and Jordan, and those motherfuckers lived up to it. What does that mean? I don't get the
That's a
comparison.
weird statement.
I don't
Gary
get the
Payton.
comparison, Gary.
He's just trying
He's
to say
not
that
the
people
first-
nowadays don't recognize that Jason Kidd was the same as LeBron.
Why
before
were they
LeBron.
talking about
Who is-
Jason Kidd?
What? Nobody thought Jason Kidd was gonna be like transcendent and change
I
be
think
the
that's-
greatest player ever.
I actually
He
think
was
that's
like-
what the hype was. That's
People
what he's
thought-
saying.
Then he didn't live up to that. What the fuck are you talking about, Gary?
I mean, he's
bro.
definitely one of the top 10 point guards of all time.
Well, I don't get it. It's just like a
He
random
is.
comparison. It's like, hey, this dude is really good. Like this other dude was really good, so he's like the same guy. It's like what?
It's kind of a weird statement, man. It's like Steph Curry's living up to his expectations. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
niggas,
LeBron was Steph
niggas
Curry
do
before
that.
Steph Curry.
There are some niggas who do that, man. I don't know. I mean,
compared to Magic and Bob Cousy.
who?
Jason Kidd.
He's not Magic and
Hakeem
maybe Bob
Olajuwon
Cousy.
lived up to his hype. Like, what does this mean?
I don't know.
No, Jason Kidd is not
Just because
Magic.
he's having all the rings and
I actually watched Jason Kidd play. I am here to say I am alive and I see
Yeah, I
Jason
watched
Kidd
Jason
play,
Kidd.
and I watched him.
he was crazy. Triple doubles like no one else was doing besides Magic before that. Magic and Oscar.
You know what? I just got a
That's
nasty
cool.
taste because Nash may have never won a ring, but he never got washed. The Lakers washed the shit out of the Nets, bro. That shit was ugly. It was just ugly, and it just left a sour taste in my mouth, man. I don't know, bro. You say
Isn't
what
that
you
true?
want,
Every time the
nigga.
Suns lost,
They got
they
their
played
ass
games.
whooped.
I don't think the Suns ever lost in even like a game 5.
That's
It was
just
like
my
at least
thing,
game 6
man.
or game 7.
Like,
Game 6s were even rare eliminations.
He
for
was-
the Suns.
he
I
was-
used to watch those shits.
Bro,
was
second
dumb.
all time in assists.
Nash. I mean,
No,
Kidd.
Kidd. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, Kidd's
Respect.
cool. but
And
he's not-
steals. And steals.
respect. Respect.
And has 107 triple doubles in his career.
I don't know. I just can't do it.
Not better than Nash, not better than Magic. Maybe better than Bob. Maybe better than Bob. Bob had Bill, so I'm gonna give him Kid. Kid over Bob. Got you. I got you. There you go. I got you, bro. I'm riding with that. You think he's better than Magic?
Kid? No. I
Okay.
think he's better than Nash.
Oh, you crazy.
Here we go. God damn.
Damn.
Bro, come on, man. No. He's not. He's not. He's not. Bruh, no.
Overall,
No.
Nash is a better shooter for sure.
You're going off the stats
I
again.
would say that they're probably equivalent with passing skills and vision and IQ, but obviously Kid was the better rebounder, better defender, and won a ring.
He won that bullshit ring.
He was
Fuck
the
that ring.
He was
Fuck
the
that ring.
He was the secondary
Fuck his
reason that
ring.
team won. What
Fuck
do you
his
mean?
ring, man. He was a secondary reason. What kind of bullshit is that to try and sway with me? Nigga said secondary.